All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. Welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, I got my bad boy Ryan. Very coincidentally, I do understand it's quite late in UK, but all across the world is different timings. Like for me, it's very early, 9 a.m. Good timing. I do have work later on, which is strange on a Saturday, but it is what it is. And obviously, I got my boy Ryan, who's also got a good timing going on at the moment. And he messaged me just a moment ago, and I said, "Hey, bro, do you want to just jump on? You know, the crowd loves you." And here we are, Ryan. How you doing, bro?
I'm here to tell everybody who is Muhsin Bayrak. I know every no joking. No, as I said, I just randomly send Ms. paragraphs like every 2 days about like my thoughts on everything. So yeah, I'm so happy to be here because as you just took a sip of your tea, and like I told you, I just tried this new coffee and it's tasting way above my expectations. So I'm so happy right now, and I can't wait to like have this show with you, bro. It'll be so good.
Love it, bro. I love it, man. I just love your chilled back vibe that I get. Do you know what I mean? The accent, that way you talk. I just want to. I'm on holiday, man. I feel like I'm on holiday. That's why I love it, and I'm sure the audience loves that about you as well. Ladies and gentlemen, look, we're going to try and keep it to about 45 minutes max. As I said, I do understand it's quite late for some of you guys, so don't want to stick around for too long, but talk about all the important topics and of course cover the upcoming game and get some of your comments as well. So it'll be very interesting. But before we do that, like always, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you smash the like button. As I keep saying, the algorithm players in YouTube, they look at likes a lot. So if you enjoy the channel, if you enjoy the content, if you enjoy Ryan, please smash the like button. That's the least you can do. Keep smashing the like button. If you're here for the first time as well, subscribe. That's very, very important. Shout out to Tony Chelsea. My man is here. Every Tom and Harry just want to buy Chelsea. And the funny thing is, we said we fly Turkish flag in London soon. This guy dreaming of what? And what he going to make the club all Turkish players? I mean, calm down, man. Calm down. It's never the case. I mean, did Roman make all the team Russian players? Big B Wolf could be controversial. No way Roman could sell to him. Yeah, I don't know much about him. We're going to look at some of the articles and what his background is. But as he's another one politically, you'd think he's connected to Erdogan. I don't know, but if we're mad about someone who's connected to Putin, some of you guys might be a bit upset if someone's connected to Erdogan. But it is what it is. Great, Ehian, good to see you, my man. Turkish people do love football, though. Brahim, good to see you. Let's go, people. Going for 100K because the other side of the coin is more than worth it, my man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the appreciation. Kobina is here. Good to see you. Road to 100K. I mean, I'm only a tenth of the way there. So 100K, I'm hoping I'm alive to see that. It could be a long time. Conor McGregor doesn't sound so bad. No, I don't know what he's thinking about Conor McGregor. But anyways.
He's thinking about UFC, bro. He's isn't talking about ownership. He's talking about a new fight.
But I mean, honestly, this guy, even if he's talking about a fight, he can't even win those fights anymore either. Like, I don't know what he's thinking about.
Maybe the whiskey. Maybe he's talking about the whiskey.
Oh my God, he's lost it. Sif Manyanga, good to see you. Zaki, good to see you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get straight into this. Got a lot of news. The format we're going to go through, ladies and gentlemen, is first of all, we're going to go through the news, probably about first 15 minutes or so. And then we're going to go through, obviously, the upcoming match. So, well, there we go. I don't know why it was just flickering so badly. Okay. First up, let's check out some of the latest news. I love going to PYS's page for news. He's just got everything so up to date. Okay. This is the first one. We're hearing that there's a number of bids in already registered with Roman Abramovich, talk of sort of 3 billion mark. We're not sure of the exact veracity, accuracy of that. David Ornstein. So there's apparently a lot of buyers, and some are actually even putting in somewhere around 3 billion. And why not? We were talking about this my time yesterday, earlier time UK, that Chelsea is a goddamn global brand. Like it's an exclusive club. It's worth a lot of money. I get it. It's a different scenario at the moment with perhaps Roman Abramovich being forced to sell, so there could be some discount applied. Breaking: Tuchel confirms he's staying at Chelsea manager whatever happens because Chelsea is the perfect fit for him and loves Premier League. This, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to definitely talk about, but let's go through the ownership stuff. This was one of the key things from the press conference that Thomas Tuchel said, and I love that. I love that, and that's something that Ryan and I will definitely touch on. Yes, this is the breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. This is the latest on the ownership situation. Muhsin Bayrak has made an offer to Abramovich to buy the club. We are in negotiation phase with signatures. We will fly the Turkish flag in London soon. Information on Muhsin Bayrak, chairman of the board of directors for AB Group Holdings. AB Group Holdings invests in Turkey, Greece, Spain, as well as internationally, including London. Invested in construction, energy, tourism, and crypto. And it seems like he's in the race. There was another tweet from PYS. Give me 1 second. Where is it? Here we go. General manager of AB Group Holdings, Seda Bayrak. So she's probably, I don't know, daughter, wife? I'm not really sure. On Muhsin Bayrak's bid, yes, we definitely confirm we have forwarded our offer regarding this to them. Roman was in Istanbul 2 days ago. So, look, let's talk a little bit about this. Let me give you a bit of background before I go to Ryan and get some of your comments as well. Meanwhile, keep smashing the like button. This is what 90 Minutes has published just not that long ago, I suppose. Who is Muhsin Bayrak? Net worth and potential Chelsea buyer. Turkish billionaire Muhsin Bayrak has claimed he has made an offer to buy Chelsea from Roman Abramovich, even going as far as suggest deal is nearing completion. Bayrak is the chairman of AB Group Holdings and has invested in construction, energy, tourism, and cryptocurrency. And in a statement released through Turkish media, he said we are in negotiation phase. And then he wants to fly the Turkish flag in London. Who is Muhsin Bayrak? Billionaire. AB Group company has about 10,000 employees. Their recent move is cryptocurrency, 4 million invested. His net worth, people are saying as high as 11 billion, but it's not confirmed. Ryan, first of all, bro, how are you feeling about, because I didn't get to ask you, how are you feeling about this whole ownership situation? Roman, announcing that he's leaving, he's selling. Talk to me, bro. And who's your preference? Just give me everything that you sort of feel about this at the moment.
Yeah, obviously, when being a fan in this era, I'm young. I'm only 23, so most of my time being a Chelsea fan has been in the Abramovich era, and I think what I've loved about this era is that it was Chelsea against the world. It was we're known as Roman's army, and we went out there and we won trophies, and we became giants of football,
Yeah.
and just that identity, being the underdogs and going up against the giants of football, such as that time in 2012 against Barcelona. I really felt that feeling inside of me that, Chelsea was going to, actually step up to these big giants of football who has been around for hundreds of years and dominated European football.
Yeah.
And I think that we have a lot of emotions tied towards this this phase of Chelsea, this past 20 years, because it's when we saw the greatest success for Chelsea. But when I come to think about it, and yes, it's sad what's going on around the world and everywhere else. It's sad, but logistically, when I think about it, I'm really not putting a full stop on my feelings just yet. Right now, I really want to see how it pans out. giving it a couple of months to let simmer, how it pans out, and just what the aim and structure of the club will be.
Yeah,
Because a lot of
that's the most
people,
important part. Yeah.
a lot of people are getting it really twisted that we want an owner who knows football, like a season pass holder and all this stuff, and it's not.
Just
And
quickly, for me, the season pass holder means nothing. Like, so what?
yeah,
So what? You're a season pass holder. Like, what
might
are
as
you
well
gonna
get
do for
Frank
the club?
Khalid then. Might as well get Frank Khalid to go.
Let's get Frank Carter to own Chelsea Football Club. Oh my days.
No, but when I really think about it, is that I really want. We don't need an owner who watches football every week and who
Yeah.
knows tactics and knows what a wide overload is and switching play to the left and we need overlapping wing backs.
Starts doing tactical reviews.
Yeah, we don't need the new owner to come on here and do tactical reviews with us, right? What
Yeah.
we need is maybe we would have to change structure of our club. And this is
Yeah.
why I messaged him 5 minutes before the stream when he asked me to come on. I said maybe it would not be a bad idea that Chelsea starts being run by president. Most of the huge clubs, presidents all over the world, they aren't
Yeah.
the owners of the club. They are actually people who know football and know how to
Yep. Yep.
structure, going for a season and goals, etc. And the new owner essentially would need to, rely financial information, brands, information about that, how to keep their club sustainable and successful off the field. But then it'll be
Real Madrid is run like that, right? Like with Perez
yeah,
being the president. Is that right? Yeah.
yeah, and Barcelona too.
And
And
Barcelona as well. Yeah.
and even with Dortmund, we always see these presidents coming in and doing, answering the hard questions about football.
Mm.
It's never the manager that's coming out and answering the hard questions. Even PSG, a lot of people, it's not only the owner that comes out and talk about football, it's actually the president. And what that
Yeah.
president will do is that he will relay the below structure, the scouting systems, how we're going to approach the season, work together with the manager, etc. And if he's
Mm.
not successful, he can do something like every 2 years, he can have elections to change president, etc. So he can keep
Mm.
us really successful in a football point of view. And all the owner would possibly have to do is deal with the other side, outside of the football field. And
Yeah.
then the president will deal with what goes on with football. And I don't think that would be a bad idea. I was always a fan of having a president and having someone on top who actually knows football. And maybe that'll
Mm.
be better for us going in to having you know, someone who actually knows football so we can keep a manager in the long term and actually develop a plan
Correct.
going into
Correct.
the long term. And I'm not talking about 10 years, I'm talking about long term in modern football is 4 years, next 4 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
and I mean it might be a good relay on, but saying that um that Tuchel says he wants to stay, he wants to be a part of this club. And
Yeah.
I think that before I get emotional about everything and work up, I see a lot of people is judging books by its cover. I want to sit back, see what book is actually on the shelf because every day is a new one. And then after,
Yeah.
I want to open the book and read it before I actually say anything. But
Nah.
with that, I
100%.
wrapped it up and said that I really want Chelsea to probably change their structure so football
Yep.
people could run on the field stuff.
No, 100%. John, well, honestly, Ryan, the stream I did earlier today, UK time, this is exactly what I talked about. I said, look, it may not be all doom and gloom. It may be. I don't know. I don't know because it's an uncertainty. But the way I look at it, Ryan, is we've got an excellent and an exclusive brand, which is Chelsea Football Club. We've got a world class academy. We've got state of the art facilities. We've got a very good stadium, but that stadium needs to be done because we're not making enough money financially. And we're not going to have someone like Roman, another owner, that's just going to keep chipping in their own money and just saving Chelsea whenever it needs to be. The new owners, I'm pretty sure, will come in with a mindset that no, the football club needs to sustain itself. And maybe it's a good thing. We're not going to be dishing money in the transfer market. We're not going to be dishing money for wages. We are going to be very shrewd in how we run our day-to-day business. And this comes down to what you said, Ryan, the structure. has to be good. Has to be good. Scouting network. I don't know, as you said, maybe a president, director of football, so on and so forth. That hierarchical system needs a shakedown, because I feel like at the moment Chelsea is just it's just run like a wild thing. Do you know what I mean? It's just because Roman's there. The money is always there. The money is not the factor. So maybe it's a good thing. Tony, thank you so much, man. It's been a while since I saw you on live chat, man. Good to see you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Roman plane landed in Dubai. We'll be okay. I mean, look, I don't know what he's doing in Dubai. Maybe he's on holiday. I've recently been to Dubai, man. It's a lovely, lovely place, man. If you want to go for a holiday, is he going there for some potential, buyers, owners? Perhaps. Who knows? Bottom line, yeah, I don't know. Look, I don't want to say too much bad about that Swiss dude, Wiss, and Todd Bowley. I know Ryan's got a lot to say about them, but we're not going to delve too much into it because it's been said and whatnot. Look, obviously we've got our skepticism about those owners and how they may be running it, but we don't know. It's just all sorts of information that's floating around. But yeah, the preference, as you guys have said, and I've said it as well, that if we get like some sort of a Middle Eastern owner, or I suppose in this case Turkish owner, don't know too much about him, if I'm being absolutely honest. I mean, this is the latest from Sky Sports as well. Turkish billionaire Muhsin Bayrak claims he has made Chelsea bid while Swiss American consortium preparing offer. So look, I just hope the bottom line is that whoever it is, that Roman susses out that the new owner will keep Chelsea, in the forefront, in the sense that they do the right things by Chelsea. That's the only thing. And as Ryan said, the most important part is that the structure is right. Okay, let's have a look at some of your comments, and then we're going to start going into the match, Burnley versus Chelsea, and talk about the press conference. A couple of things very, very important to talk about. Football style, good to see you. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got over 60 people, 30 likes. Let's get those likes up to 60 immediately, ladies and gentlemen. If we can get to 100 likes for the stream, that's going to be unbelievable. As I keep saying, the growth of the channel is directly correlated with the likes you guys provide. So please, ladies and gentlemen, smash the like button. Get those likes up to 60 immediately. If you're enjoying this, I'm going to bring up some of your comments as well. And if you're here for the first time as well, subscribe and make sure you follow Ryan. The link is in the description on Twitter. Make sure you follow him, please. Do you think Arab buy the club or the Turkish guy? That's $1 million question, isn't it? I've got no idea at the moment who's the front runner. Whoever it is, I think Chelsea will keep it hush. Anything that you see in the news that it's being exposed a lot, you probably have to tend to think that maybe that's probably not going to happen, because whoever gets it, it's probably going to be under the table, and it's going to be very hush-hush until right at the end when it's all done and dusted. Kabina, thank you so much, my man. Stadium was missed opportunity under Roman. That was a legacy project. I think he didn't want to miss it. He really did want to do it. It's just, I think there was, at that time, I suppose, backlash that no one wanted to move from Stamford Bridge and so on and so forth. Big B Wolf, let the consortium keep preparing the offer and hopefully we'll get sold when it's ready. Yes, keep preparing, man. Keep preparing. Zaki, I'm already whisked out. The man is not even in. He's already whisked out. Julian, Roman was in Turkey on Wednesday. Yeah, that's what they were saying. He was there a couple of days ago. So maybe that Turkish bid is probably true. I would prefer the Turkish guy because the Swiss, he is 86-year-old and 7 consortium. Now I'm not having it. Yeah, a lot of people are saying no point in having so many investors because that's just too many chefs in the kitchen. Lil Boy Blue notes, I just want an owner that actually is into the team and the team's success. Yeah, that's.
I think
you've
like
got to be.
a lot of people, I mean, it's cool. Like fans have comments and stuff like that. But I mean, I really would love to know how much knowledge everybody has on how a football club is run by an owner, because there's a lot of successful clubs, more successful than Chelsea, that is run by different styles of owners. So a lot of people are saying, I don't want this guy, I don't want this guy. Like, you don't even know anything about them, really.
But bro, look at the Liverpool owners. Liverpool's been buzzing in the last 5-6 seasons, right? The Liverpool owners got no idea about Liverpool philosophy, the way Klopp plays. I mean, you saw the recent,
Yeah.
not that long ago, the video when they did the Super League. That old man with the video for the Liverpool owner. Um, he had no idea. He had no idea what he was talking about.
Yeah, so a lot of people, I think, can't just read what like a country and then watch a picture and find guy not good looking and then be like, nah, I don't. This guy looks evil. I don't want him here. Like really,
This guy
I think
looks evil. I don't want him here.
this guy's 86. He can't run a club. Like, how do you know that? Do you know what team he has? Do you know how they run their business? He's a successful billionaire. He obviously has a
People don't
team.
know nothing,
Everybody,
bro. People got
and
no
then
idea.
taking long to prepare offers, etc. Listen, and tracking flight tracker, flight simulator, all these guys. Like, all guys. I mean, I don't know. As somebody says that Chelsea fans love the drama, and I think it's true. I think, I mean, I think it's you're concerned about your club, and you want to know what is going to happen to Chelsea. But
Yeah,
at the end of the day, save the blood pressure a little bit and sit back, relax, and let's see what happens. We are a large institution, as people say. We are a huge
correct.
club, and we will be good. We will be good after. We'll be good in the future, and yeah, it's a lot of uncertainty, but who knows? It could be a lot of excitement too. So I rather look at it from a positive standpoint that who knows what good could come out from a new phase in Chelsea. Phases, chapters have to end and begin, and we
100%.
can't. If you hold on to a page, then it'll start to rip, and then you just mess up the whole chapter too. So let's just be positive, guys. Let's not get our emotions in a bunch too much.
No, you're 100% spot on. And you know what, Ryan? This is the vibe that I got from Tuchel as well in the press conference. He kept on saying, Chelsea Football Club is an exclusive club. Like, you don't understand how well set up we are. Like, whoever gets this club, they've got themselves a golden goose. Like, it is a super, super club. Like, the prerogative to own this club is to do well. You're not going to be doing your best to bring this club to the pits. You have something that I don't know, Ryan. I mean, how much you've traveled recently? Like, I remember going to Malaysia, going to Singapore, going to obviously my own country in Bangladesh, going to Abu Dhabi recently, UAE, Dubai. I'm telling you, the network Chelsea has, Ryan, globally is unbelievable, man. Chelsea fans everywhere, bro, everywhere. So they just need to do a few things, tweak a few things, obviously, but we need to be optimistic in the sense, yes, it hurts that Roman's going, no doubt about that. It hurts. It is what it is. But as you said, Ryan, it gives an opportunity for a new chapter in our existence. So we'll see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Chelsea versus Burnley. Well, Burnley versus Chelsea. It's away from home. First thing in the press conference we want to talk about is this. Tuchel confirms he's staying at Chelsea manager whatever happens because Chelsea is the perfect fit for him and loves the Premier League. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, I tend to believe him. There's a lot of people when they come to the media and they just say whatever. This guy, when he's speaking, like he's speaking with so much authority, so much conviction. He's not really too worried. And he said it in the press conference that if I can't control a matter, I'm not going to sit here and just worry about it. He understands that Chelsea is a fantastic institution and he wants to carry on. He loves being at Chelsea. He thinks it's the perfect fit. And as Ryan is saying, maybe this is a good opportunity for Tuchel to perhaps get some sort of longevity under a new ownership. And, longevity could be like 4 years. That's pretty long. And if we can get that, we've not had a manager last more than 2 seasons for a very, very long time. So if we can get that with Thomas Tuchel, we can actually build a lot of stuff. I mean, Ryan, how you feel about this, knowing our gaffer is quite keen to stay because he thinks this is a perfect fit for him?
It's huge. It's huge, but I don't read too much into it because he isn't gonna come out and say, "Yeah, I want to leave, bro. I want to go back home."
But you know
And
what? He could have had like a demeanor where he's a bit dejected, bit sort of down about the whole situation. I mean, not necessarily have to say that I'm going to leave, but sort of be like, oh, yeah, it is what it like. He was very optimistic. He was very the conviction in his tone was strong.
I don't know because I mean I didn't watch the press conference. I'm just reading the quote, but
Yeah.
I don't know if Chelsea is the perfect fit for Tuchel. I know
Mm.
Tuchel is the perfect fit for Chelsea. As a Chelsea fan, I love Tuchel and I love him as a
It's
manager. But
interesting. Yeah.
when I think about perfect fit for Tuchel, I think he is the best manager in the world after Pep and Klopp. And I think
Yeah.
that I wish that he could get a club that really supports him and lets him build a Tuchel team because everybody knows what a Klopp team is. Everybody knows what a Pep team is. But we don't really know what a Tuchel team is because yes, he showed promising moments at Dortmund, but I
Mm.
believe that in PSG he didn't really get to build his team. It was a bunch of huge players, huge egos. They did well. And then at Chelsea, it's this thing that he has half a squad which is not his players and half which he likes or he
Yeah.
prefers. So I would love for a club and preferably our club because I love Tuchel to actually give him license to build what a Tuchel team is. Because
True.
as you said, you can't put your finger on what a Tuchel team is because throughout his career, he's just been solving problems and making gold out of nothing, or is
Yeah.
it as a
Yeah.
better diamonds out of nothing, whatever. But I want to see him actually get all the facilities and tools he needs to create a legacy for himself. Is Chelsea the club to do that? I don't know. I really don't know.
Maybe
But
the new owners could.
yeah. So that's why I would really. That's why I'm very optimistic about the future. I choose to be optimistic about the future because you know there's that from the last owners or who were running the club, they got
Mm.
us to a point where we were really successful. And I don't think because you have new owners means that everything you need to demolish all the progress the club makes. I think there's a
Mm.
real opportunity for the new owners to build on where we left off and make improvements. You don't just destroy a whole wall, you continue putting more bricks, new bricks, and then you could change
Mm.
some bricks in it, you could change the paint or whatever and make it your own, but you don't just destroy everything. And I
Mm.
think that a lot of people say, what about look
I
what
like
happened
that
to
metaphor,
Man
by the
U?
way. It's a very,
Yeah, and
very
look
deep
what
metaphor.
yeah. And a lot of people says like what about Man U or what about Arsenal? But you need to remember these are two of the most successful clubs in English football, right?
Mm.
So they are two of the richest clubs, right? So a new owner coming in to Arsenal and Manchester United, they are already self-sustainable. So what they
Mm.
would probably do, like say, okay, top four, top four, top four. But when you look at Chelsea, Chelsea doesn't have the money backed up that a Manchester and Arsenal have. So new owners will have to come and be ambitious no matter what. Because if you want
Mm.
Chelsea to remain the institution it is, we need to keep on winning trophies. It's not like
100%.
Arsenal and Manchester United, who has decades of success before and hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars already. So
Mm. Mm.
you, I think that you can look at it from this way that whoever comes in new can't just play around for mediocrity because Chelsea was the only way for Chelsea to keep on being how it is, far less progress, is
We have to
for
keep
to win
winning. We have to keep
trophies.
winning. Yep.
And
Yep.
that's why I
Yep.
think that if new owners come in who are not really football people, it's a really good chance to have a president of Chelsea football and a board that their president picks with scouting, with transfers, with this, with that. It could be really good. It could
English
be
Premier League
good.
generally do that structure, though, Ryan. Like, are there any teams that have this president sort of policy in the Premier League? I don't. Man City, do they have a president? I don't really think so.
I mean, I don't see why they would not have a policy. It's basically you don't have to call it. You could say chairman or whatever, but
Mm-hmm.
somebody who is controlling. that aspect, I guess.
Daniel Levi is the chairman, isn't he, for Spurs?
Yeah, I really don't have too much knowledge on other clubs and they're in England right now and how they're structured.
Yeah.
But I mean, it shouldn't be any law. Like, why would it have a law against that for having?
No law. It's just I don't know whether they have. It's like a cultural thing. I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe sometimes they have it and it just not in the public eye. It has a lot of positions in the club. I mean, you'd be foolish to think like it's just Roman and then Marina and then Czech and then thing. There's a
No, you're
whole
right.
team of
Yep.
executives there who we don't know
Yep.
about. And at the end of the day, that's why I said it's we can't just look at a picture of who's buying the club and just assume because there's hundreds of people behind that one person
So
what
true.
makes them successful in business. I don't think a businessman is coming into Chelsea to be a loser and make a loss. They're coming in here to
That would be so stupid. That'd be such
yeah.
a like who buys it? This is what I said in my stream earlier today. Who buys a business to make a loss?
Yeah, it's like I'm not gonna take over a restaurant and have like bad food when it originally had good food. I'm gonna come here and try to let customers love the restaurant more because I wanna make more money than the last owner.
Exactly.
So
No one has the intention to, put the business down.
I think there's been a lot of sadness in this past few days, and I think it's okay because a lot of people have the best memories of their life with Chelsea, and it's because of those owners. But it also I want to bring the other side of the coin to say, don't be too sad
All
just yet.
right.
Let's see how it unfolds. Let's see next 6 months how things unfolds, and yeah, let's keep our fingers crossed. And we have a big game coming this weekend, so we make Champions League because we need that money now. We need
No,
that Champions
100,
League money.
100%. This is what I was thinking as well, that we better be making top four. Every money is very, very important.
Hey,
Canary,
Miss,
yeah,
do you watch wrestling? Like,
I
do you know
used
anything
to a
about wrestling?
lot. WWE, I
Bro,
used to watch a
imagine if
lot,
Vince
not anymore.
McMahon buys Chelsea.
He
Vince
possibly
McMahon.
could. He's a billionaire, but I think Eunice was telling me that maybe he doesn't have that type of billion sort of that Roman has. But yeah, obviously he's a
Y'all
billionaire.
actually talked about it, about Vince
We
McMahon?
did, we did.
No, you know why I brought it up? Because like WWE's big rivalry right now is somewhere called AEW, right? And the
Yeah.
owner of AEW owns Fulham in London.
Oh,
So imagine if Vince
okay.
buys Chelsea and say, we're gonna crush Fulham every year because I hate
Imagine,
you.
imagine Chelsea players featuring in WWE. You know what I mean? Some of the
Yeah,
exhibition matches as
Mason.
well.
Yeah, Mason Mount with his WWE. Remember that picture of Mason and his WWE title with Declan Rice? We could see
The
that
World
again.
Wrestling Federation champion. Yeah.
Yeah, and you see like Kante slide tackle somebody in the ring, but
Oh
yeah,
man, 100%, man. Canary Austria, thank you so much for this comment. This potential new Chelsea owner, it's scary because we're not sure what is going to happen. We don't want owner who come to make just money without buying players we fans want. I mean, look, as I said, we've been saying no one's going to come
if
into
they
this
make
football
money, it's
club.
gonna be because of success, right? And that's what we want.
Exactly. No one's going to come to
So
this football club wanting to fail because that simply doesn't make sense. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Burnley form in recent times. Against Watford, 0-0. Man United, 1-1. Liverpool, only 1-0. Brighton, big win, 3-0 away from home. Brighton's no mug, honestly. 1-0. They followed it up against Tottenham, which was fantastic. 1-1 against Palace. Recently, they lost to Leicester. Leicester seems like they may be on a bit of a bounce back. And now they've got us. One of their biggest players that they were able to acquire over the January window, obviously they lost Chris Wood and they made a lot of money out of it, but they were able to acquire this bad boy, Weghorst, and he's doing a bit of madness. Obviously they've got Maxwell Cornet, who's also doing very, very good. Aaron Lennon, ladies and gentlemen, for all those classic fans out there, I've watched a lot of Aaron Lennon growing up, especially for Spurs. But
FIFA
he's playing
12,
for Burnley.
paciest player in FIFA 12, bro.
Bro, his days when he was playing for Spurs, the pace was electric. But besides
Aaron
that,
Lennon on one wing and then Walcott on the other wing for England. He does pace. Pace.
those were the days. Those were the days. But and obviously Tarkowski and Ben Mee, as solid as it comes when it comes to defending. There's a reason why I think their goal difference is like -8, and everyone around them, because they're in that relegation battle, they're like -30, -40. It's quite incredible. And they've obviously got some games in hand, and they could possibly get out of the danger zone. My man Ryan, and also to the live chat, how are you feeling about Burnley? What do you know, Ryan, about Weghorst? Because he was pretty good in the Bundesliga, and now he's also doing well in the Premier League in the short space of time that he's come in. Possible banana skin for us, Ryan.
Miz, I want you to scroll up those pictures for me and see how they lined up against a team with a trainer. So it should be like Brighton against Brighton. How did they line up
Let's
against
check
Brighton?
that out, bro. Let's check that out. Ryan's onto something. I love it when he's onto something.
Yeah, I just saw a comment saying Vince McMahon as owner and then Triple H as chairman. Imagine Triple H, you're gonna buy Haaland. Yeah.
It's all about the game and how
Now
you
they
play
can't
it.
play Triple H music in the Emirates anymore. They'll have to play that Chelsea.
Nah, it's got to be some sort of epic, like a Stone Cold music at the background, glass shattering, and you see all these Chelsea players coming out.
Lukaku
Man.
walks out.
You know Rudiger's going to be buzzing if there's a WWE music.
That's how we get back Lukaku to his best.
That's how we get the best out of Lukaku. Come on, bro. All right, this is the lineup when they beat Brighton. Weghorst up front, Maxwell Cornet, McNeil, Brownhill, Cork, Aaron Lennon. Lennon was actually good that day. Goal and Weghorst as well. Yeah,
So
this is the lineup, bro. Yeah.
Right, so they're using a double pivot. I think that when they defend, they're not just going to have that two in the middle. They're going to get compact with that 4. One is going to keep the width while 3 gets compact. So they'll try to squeeze our midfield 2. So that's why I'm thinking I would go for a 4-1-4-1, but because that would let us have 3 in the midfield.
Bro, let's do this, bro. Let's do this. Yeah. Let's do this. I mean, Kepa and Mendy. Time to bring in Mendy, yeah?
Bro, yeah, of course, bro. Mendy just put on, after that final, that was one of the best performances by a keeper I've seen since like Casillas in that World Cup final. Remember that Casillas in that World Cup final?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I remember. Bro, some of those saves Mendy made. He had no right to save Mane's shot off that deflected long shot. Do you remember that Mane close range?
Yeah, that was a
Mendy
double
had no
save
right
too,
to save that. Yeah, Mendy had no right to save that, bro. That was unbelievable. Okay, back 3. Who are you going with?
I just said 4-1-4.
Oh, you said 4-1-4-1, bro. Do you really think Chelsea's going to do that?
I mean, how much centre backs do we have fit? Last time we didn't even have 3 CBs.
I just get the feeling he'll never do this. But let's do this formation. I would love the 4-1-4-1. You know me, Ryan, man. I'm with you on this.
But it seems like he does it every other game. Like, depending on the opponent, he really changes it every game.
Yeah, let's hope he does change this, man.
I would
like it.
I just think that having... I have a reason for this, right? 4-1-4-1, right? I have a tactical reason for it. One, it allows us to have 3 in the midfield, right? The second thing is that Burnley, if they go in a low block, a 4-4-2 low block,
you know they're going to do that. You know they will do
having a wide winger and a wide fullback would be ideal to overload the wide sides to play around Burnley, because we're not going to play through them. Okay, we know we don't have the facilities for that, big man. So we'd have to...
We don't have the facilities, big man.
We'd have to play around them. I think it could allow us to use wide wingers. Is Pulisic fit?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pulisic.
I agree.
And it could allow us to use an ex-wide winger So it'd be fantastic. We could have, as I said, three in the midfield,
And
so we could
Reece
have
James is
attacking
back as
eights.
well, so it helps your whole fullback scenario situation as well.
Yeah, and I was gonna say the whole lineup, but I forgot we do it one by one. So yeah,
Let's do one by one. Okay, so you're back to.
you need to remind me who's fitness. I didn't watch the
They're all fit. Chalobah is back training as well. Apparently, his penis is okay now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's fine. It's working. It's working.
Yo, that's kind of
Um,
worrying. He said he needed 6 stitches, and I didn't see anywhere bleeding on his leg, so that's worrying. I don't know where that man had stitches on.
bro, I swear, when I watched that live, I was saying, bro, this guy is his thing all right. Like it looked like it got squashed. Um, yeah, 6 stitches. Yeah,
Jeez.
where? I mean, wow. Apparently, he was in pain and they had to do surgery. Obviously, it is what it is. They're all fit, I think. Christensen. Thomas Tuchel didn't say anyone wasn't unfit in the press conference besides Aspilicueta. So
Rudiger, Thiago Silva, what do you think?
yeah, for me as well, I agree. That's the best combination.
Yeah.
Hey, Reece James, you think he's ready to start now?
Yeah. I think he was on the bench last time, right? Against Luton.
He was on the bench, came on late, and he played well over his threshold against Liverpool. Was only meant to play 20, but ended up playing 70.
Yeah, so I think it was just overload. So I think he's fit. So yeah, James.
Yeah. This is the bad boy situation. Alonso or Kennedy or Sa?
I
I
would
might have to
go
go with
with
Alonso, bro.
yeah, I'll go to Alonso too.
Yeah, I mean,
Did he play last
considering.
game?
No, he didn't
On
play last game.
yeah,
He didn't
Alonso.
play
He's
last game.
fresh. He had a good showing at Liverpool and
And he's a goal scoring threat against an opposition that's possibly going to sit deep.
yeah, and he could whip in his crosses too, allowing
Yeah,
Pulisic to be a little bit more free. He could roam a little bit more. With Alonso being wide.
I like it. I like it. I mean, wow.
I mean, I didn't say aloud. Who is my left winger? But I mean, I guess I did.
I mean, I never knew we would see this day where we would be like, yeah, Alonso to start. Just never pictured we would say this. Deepest midfielder, your 4-1, your one. Who's that one going to be? Oh, by the way, the other conversation in the press conference, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Apparently, Thomas Tuchel saying his best position is probably as the deepest midfielder, driving from deep. Obviously, not centre back, but positions he took as a centre back was more like a CM sort of situation where he was, coming out and progressing the ball. Something to think about down the track, whether Ruben Loftus-Cheek, if he's got any sort of viability in that position. But I don't picture him starting this. Ryan, who's your deepest midfielder?
Is Jorginho fit?
Yeah, I was thinking as well.
If you're gonna break down a low block, we need somebody who could, find those passes too.
100%. I was, and someone who's going to be able to hold position as well, and not, we don't want to be in a transition battle with Burnley, and we want to be able to play all our game in this half predominantly. Your 2-8s.
My 2-8s, Kovacic on the left is Kovacic fit.
Yep, I agree.
And I mean, what choices do we have for that position
Kante.
other than Kante? Like who else?
Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Saul. Do you bring in
we
Mason
go,
Mount in that position?
You know what?
First, tell me, what are you expecting from that role against Burnley? What do you want that player to do? Because I'm worried if you're going to say Kante in this game, because he's probably going to be operating here. I don't know if Kante is the good player to have against Burnley.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, where's the goals going to come at? But when I think about our other options, and Tuchel already said he prefers Loftus-Cheek from a deeper role. Mason, he haven't played Mason as an 8 unless like since back last season when he played in a pivot, and that wasn't even as a 8, that was as a 6. So I doubt he will just randomly do it. Um, I think that it would be Kante. I mean, even if we go with
You
a
think it's
back
going to be
four,
Conte, huh?
even if it's going to be a back, since it's going to be a back four too, I think you would like that extra midfielder defending.
That's a good
It's
point.
only a
That's
back
a good
two.
point.
And then Reece
That's a
James
good
could be
point.
more advanced. Reece James could be an inverted wing back, and he could be between the lines, like what we saw earlier this season. So you
That
ask
is a
who's
very
going to
good
fill
point.
that position invertedly between the lines. Reece James will play inverted, and who is
But you're
playing?
saying Rich James
Yes,
more here and
yeah,
that. Yeah.
yep.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough, bro. No, you've got a plan. You've got a plan worked out, and I will concede because I didn't want Kante because I just hate how against these sort of opposition Kante gets into these areas, man, and you'd have to be a playmaker. And but if you think perhaps it's going to be more like this, where maybe Reece James becomes a bit of a playmaker, then fair enough. Fair enough. And we've seen that. We've seen Reece James take those
It'll,
positions
it'll be Reece
previously.
James and Kante like kind of rotating. So sometimes Kante will get it gives us flexibility actually. It allows that little triangle there from the winger to
Yeah.
the 8 to the fullback to really rotate and ask questions, and that's what we want to do against a low block. Ask questions.
By the way, a lot of people are talking about Saul, Ryan. Any opportunity? I mean, this guy once again played really well against Luton, albeit Luton, but he's starting to show the kind of Saul that we knew a while back. Saul,
Listen,
are you surprised he's not getting enough game time lately? Like, or not really?
I love Saul, and I would want him in my lineup more often. But when I think about what Tuchel will do, I just don't think Tuchel really has a long-term plan for him. I think he's more like to prevent overload from our players who's going to stay next season. I think they already know that Saul is going to leave, and I think that they're now willing to put him in a number one position over someone who's a permanent Chelsea player right now. I think.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, why give those minutes, right? If you're
But
not going
I
to
think
be
he has
sticking
a
with him.
really good potential. I think I
Bro,
personally I would have probably wanted him to stay at Chelsea if we could get him for like 25, 30 million.
bro, in recent times he's been playing really well. Like
Hmm.
really good box to box, good tackling, good passing. That was an excellent goal he scored against Luton as well. So
I heard
just
Barcelona
when
wants him, and I'll
Barca
watch and
wants
see
him,
how
yeah,
he's going to be a star if he goes under Xavi. He will be a really good attacking
bro,
8 between the lines, and we'll say,
bro.
what on earth, how? And I tell you, I would love this guy to stay. I always like Saul because I used to watch Atletico when Torres was there because that's my favorite player ever. So
Yeah, yeah.
I am a huge fan of him, and I
By
think
the
that
way,
he will
those
get
days
back
were
to his best.
crazy, huh? Atletico days, Torres and Saul.
Yeah, Torres, Saul, Griezmann,
Yeah, yeah,
it was
yeah.
good.
No, man, absolutely well said. All right, let's look at the front three. Let's lock this in. Hopefully, there's no debate on this one. Havertz, yeah?
Yeah, pie puppets, my
Pie Havertz.
my favorite pie.
Your favorite part.
Um,
I feel like this guy he probably needs to play. I know he, once again, wasn't the greatest against Liverpool, missed a big opportunity, but game before that, he was very good as well. I would put Pulisic. I mean, do you have any other preference? Please don't tell me Callum Hudson-Odoi. He wasn't good against Luton, albeit I think he was under pain or whatnot. Timo Werner, who's your thoughts on this one?
on the left, I think
On the left.
Pulisic, yeah, because I think he's shown that he's improving, you know, a little by little every game. Why he's not injured? Why not let him get some momentum? Why, if he's fit, I don't see why someone could improve a little bit incrementally and just don't play him for 3 matches and kill his momentum. I think let's
True.
give Havertz and Pulisic some momentum going forward because
Yep.
whoever else is competing for Pulisic on the left is doing better than him. So you might as well
Yeah.
give Pulisic, and he flourishes on the left hand side. So let's give him,
Eg-
as long as he's fit, let's give him a couple games to see if he
Yeah.
could
See
get
if he
into
can build
form.
some sort of momentum. No, absolutely agree. This one is the question mark. Ziyech is back training. I personally would want to have Ziyech because if he's fit, then I want to start him. He was the most, informed attacker that we had before he got injured. For me, it's Ziyech. A lot of people might say Mount, but
No,
I don't know.
I'll go with Ziyech for this one because it's an impact injury. It doesn't seem like a recurring injury. It seemed like it was just pain that kept him out of the team against Luton.
Yep, yep,
So it seems like, as I said, nothing really damaged there. It's not like a muscle injury that could reoccur. So I would put Ziyech because I'm thinking to break down that low block, he would be really helpful. This is a
100,
4-1-4-1. He gets a start in wide position, so he could flourish.
100.
And I'm thinking those late far post runs by Pulisic for those crosses while Havertz is roaming could be really helpful in breaking down that low block.
100. And Pulisic, he's probably the only one that understands that at best. I mean, I know he hasn't put those goals away when Ziyech, does those inverted crosses and he's in these areas. But maybe if we keep playing this trio, perhaps they will start understanding the chemistry will increase. I agree as well. Ziyech against a low block against Burnley, that X factor that he has is probably far more important than what Mount would probably bring in this game. And Mount hasn't been good. Some incredible misses against Liverpool. My days. A lot of people once again will tell me Mason Mount created most chances in that particular.
In my opinion,
yeah.
In my opinion, like if we really wanna, I think we should probably take that chance if we're going to have 4-1-4-1. I know but Tuchel to just try Mount as one of those eights, at least for 30 minutes, 20 minutes, to see if he can flourish
Yeah.
there. You know what I mean? Like, because I really think that he could probably bring a next dimension to our attack if he starts as an eight. I rather him go face forward, like towards goal in between the lines. I think he do a good job there. He has to improve heaps, but I really think as a winger, we're going to see the best out of him. Unfortunately, he's not like a Bernardo Silva who could drop between the lines, who can be that
Correct.
player we need him to be. So why not, especially as we are struggling to see who could replace Kante, why not have him there?
100% agreed. 100% in a 4-1-4-1, we've seen Mason Mount in these areas is not a winger. He's simply not a winger. He, however, could be a shout, and that's why I've got him as a backup. If Kante is not to start. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the lineup, ladies and gentlemen, that we would go with. We're not going to do another alternative lineup. I don't want to keep this short. Mendy, Rudiger, Silva, Alonso, RJ, Jorginho, Kovacic, Kante, Mount in the background, just in case. Pulisic, Ziyech, Havertz up front. Keep that trio going, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan, and to the live chat as well. Score prediction. What do you think about that lineup as well? I'll start with you, Ryan, and then maybe I'll bring up some comments from the team. What are you predicting this particular match?
I predict a 2-0 win. I think that we may struggle to break them down, but I think after we get our first goal, we'll get a second one.
I love it, man. I'll take a 2-0, man. We need to keep winning. We need to be in this top four and not make it a battle. Finish things off. We've got a few games in hand as well, which is fantastic. I'm predicting a 2-0, but it's going to be a dogfight. I feel like Burnley is going to make it very difficult. Low block, defend their backsides off, try and get a set-piece goal with Weghorst. So we've got to be very, very aware of that. Yeah, 1-0, 2-0. This is what the live chat is talking about as well. Great Etienne, 1-0. Bigby Wolf, 1-0 as well. Kobina, 2-3 back-to-back. Wow, okay. That would be a blockbuster game. I mean, I don't expect it to be that open, but it is what it is. Ryan, were you going to say something?
No, I just didn't understand that comment. What's 2-3? Back-to-back.
Oh, as in Burnley 2, Chelsea 3, back-to-back, because Luton was 2-3 as well.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
No, I hope not.
Yeah, that would be a wild match, honestly. last comment, Mohammed Dek Abdi, good to see you, my man. Pulisic hat-trick incoming. I'll take that, man. I'll take that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, more than 100 in the stream. Smash the like button. 40 more likes to get to 100 likes. So keep smashing the like button. Helps the channel's growth immensely. If you're here for the first time as well, subscribe. Check out Ryan and his socials. The link is in the description. Please follow him on Twitter. Make him grow massively on Twitter. Please do that for me. And hope you've enjoyed this. As I said, we'll be back tomorrow with the watch along. Undoubtedly, Kobina, thank you so much, man. You've been a massive, massive supporter of the channel. Great stream, lads. We'll be back tomorrow with the watch along, and it's going to be hopefully a good result for Chelsea. So do make sure you're tuning in for that. Make sure you check out the recent stream we did earlier today. I'll put the actually, you know what? I'll bring up the link right here. Just bear with me. Before we wrap things up. So this was the stream that we did earlier on today, ladies and gentlemen. Latest stream where we talked about Roman and we thanked him, and we talked about what would be the possibility post Roman as well. So do give that a watch when you do get the opportunity, and I've pinned that as well. Until next time, everyone, take care and see ya.